I mean, what we're talking about here is a serious violation of freedom of the press. When police are arresting or beating or hurting or detaining journalists, it's not only a violation of freedom of the press, but of people's right to know, because it has this chilling effect on other journalists when the message is sent out that journalists are not safe. We are there to cover every aspect of an event, a story, an issue. And we have to be free to do that in the best way we possibly can. I was very scared when I got the call from our senior producer, Mike Burke, who said, "Come quickly to 7th and Jackson because Sharif and Nicole have been arrested and I think they've been hurt," he said. This was extremely serious. You know, I was all credentialed, was on the convention floor interviewing delegates from various delegations. But when I got that call, I dropped everything. I was with our cameraman, Rick Rowley of Big Noise Films, and we just made a dash for Jackson and 7th. And when we got there, the police had the area fully contained. They had a ring around this parking lot. And so I ran up to them. You know, they could see I came from the convention floor. I had my credentials on, the top security credentials that allow me to interview presidents and vice presidents and delegates. I was out of breath. I said quickly that I was an accredited journalist. My colleagues, producers were inside. They too were accredited journalists. We needed to have them released, and I asked to speak to their commanding officer. It wasn't seconds before they ripped me through that line, twisted my arm back, slapped handcuffs on my wrist, behind my back, pushed me up against the wall and then onto the ground, and charged me with a misdemeanor. Interfering with a peace officer. If only there was a peace officer somewhere around. And after they arrested me, after they handcuffed me, and I was saying very clearly, you can see we're accredited journalists, they knew that was a problem because the Secret Service came and then ripped the credentials from around our necks. That is unacceptable. The journalists in the area filmed our arrests, and Nicole filmed her own. She didn't know she was out there to film her own violent arrest. She had come to cover what was happening outside, but the police came at her and they were shouting, on your face," and she was shouting back, "Press, press," holding the camera, holding her press pass when they took her down, and the film captures all of that. And my arrest as they ripped me through the line and slapped the handcuffs on me. It really does matter when people know. This is not a political issue in the sense of one party or another. I think people across the political spectrum deeply care about the basic freedoms and protecting those freedoms in the United States. I think that's why they're at the conventions. They're supposed to be celebrations of exercises in democracy. And this was a serious violation of that. Journalism is essential to the functioning of a democratic society, and we have to be free to do our jobs.